Hi, my name is Angel Jimenez and I'm taking SDI FTH 212-53128. Today's July 14, 2024. My instructor is Richard Manser. This is my week 1 assignment. Part 1, identify the firearm that you wish to focus on this assignment. I'm utilizing the Glock 19 Gen 3 that was provided to me by SDI. I will demonstrate that there is no ammo. I will visually and physically inspect. I will utilize this bore light to show that it's empty. Locate the schematic. So I have some schematics here. I have this Glock field stripping. I have NRA Rifleman and Numerics Gun Parts Corporation, the schematic blowout. Part 2. What are some of the tools discussed in this module lecture that you will need to disassemble? So I have a 1/8 punch and a 3/32 punch that are going to be used to remove the 3 pins. What are some of the tools you would use to take measurements of a disassembled firearm? Some of the tools that I can use for taking measurements would be a tape measure, a ruler, or a digital caliper. You can take measurements of your total length, the thickness, what dimensions, etc. would you measure and why? So I can measure out the length of the barrel, the total length from the muzzle to the rear of the slide. I can measure with the calipers the thickness of the frame or the slide of the frame, or take some measurements of the height, the total height of the pistol, with or without the magazine. Are there any tools that you need for this platform that were not discussed in this module's lecture? So there's a couple of tools, like a pick to be able to assist in removing the magazine spring, a hammer or an armor's block just in case for the stubborn pins on certain firearms if they have been removed. I have a firing pin bushing tool for the sleeve to install or remove. It has a threaded, so I can install this and remove the firing pin bushing that's inside the channel, and then I can reinstall it. This punch has the front sight tool to remove the nut for the sight. Are there any components that you believe would require extra finesse to remove, to disassemble? If so, what do you feel? All right. So the trigger pin, when you're removing the trigger pin, sometimes you'll have to take the slide lock and wiggle it up and down, side to side, as you're trying to push that pin from left to right. Can be tedious because of the spring is putting pressure on that pin. Also, okay, so are there any components that you feel would cause you frustration to remove? The slide lock lever that you need a punch to push to depress the spring so that you can remove your slide lock. And I believe inside the mag well, the mag release spring can be tedious on removing. Are there any components that you would be easily lost? Yes, the springs, row pins, the firing pin cuffs, if you're removing the cuffs to clean the firing pin, the extractor, any of the springs. If you're working on a flat surface and it gets rolled off from your workstation, you can lose your parts. So utilizing either a plastic tray or magnetic tray to assist with keeping all your parts together and limiting the opportunity of being lost. The items that I used for my assignment were the numeric gun parts blowout schematic, the NRA American Rifleman schematic blowout as well, the Glock field guide, the lecture from this week's assignment, and the manuals for disassembling for this week. Thank you and have a great day.